I started doing pills when I got hurt. They made the pain go away. Well, some of it.
Hey, 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 it's Fred Albert, and I'm gonna sing a song for you, and Bill's gonna show you a thing or two.
Welcome back to Studio 26 as we go, hey, it's Fat Albert. And I'm Joe Haffner here on this beautiful Thursday morning, on the day after some rain.
This is Bill Cosby coming at you with music and fun. And if you're not careful, you may learn something before it's done. Hey, hey, hey.
All right. I can dig it. Can you? We'll have a look at the weather forecast in just a few minutes, as well as a brief look at news headlines. Right now, though, what do you say we take a look at things you need to know on this Thursday? So cue the music, maestro.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
And here are some things you need to know on this Thursday. First of all, today is Video Games Day, and the Oklahoma State Fair continues from now through Sunday, September 22nd in Oklahoma City. In news attack this morning, a 20-year-old Russian man has emerged from a Siberian forest where he lived with his parents in a mud hut for 16 years. What an amazing story. Imagine all those years without TV and the internet. Lucky bastard. How Apple gets your phone here. Later this month, millions of people around the globe will have new iPhones in their hands. The journey from China to the United States and other countries would take weeks if it weren't for lots of big planes. To the U.S., FedEx ships Apple handsets on Boeing 777s. Those planes can carry about 450,000 iPhones. And a woman with fake pregnant stomach tries to smuggle cocaine. A Canadian woman was arrested in Colombia yesterday for smuggling drugs in a fake pregnant belly. Tabitha Leah Ritchie of Toronto was boarding an Air Canada flight at the Bogota airport when security noticed her stomach felt unusually cold and hard. That's because she was carrying about 4 pounds of cocaine. In the wacky but true files, sleeping man shoots himself. A Russian man will likely rethink his habit of sleeping with a gun after his pistol discharged and hit him in the shoulder. The wound was not considered life-threatening. And Miley Cyrus's new video breaks record on Vivo. Say what you want about Miley Cyrus's new video, but it absolutely destroyed Vivo's record for the most viewed video, over 19 million views in its first 24 hours. Wonder if it has any teddy bears. Yeah, something we'll check into, I'm sure. You know, Miley Cyrus is to sex appeal what Spam is to meat. I mean, it's just not exactly what I call sexy. I mean, we all get it that you're not not Miley Cyrus anymore, but Hannah Montana anymore. But did you have to go to those extremes? I mean, come on. I'm not exactly a prude, but that was not sexy, okay? I've been around. I know what sexy is, and that, my dear, was not sexy. It's time for news headlines. Oh, Paul, where are you, Paul?
Hello, Americans. This is Paul Harvey. Stand by for news.
Russia's Putin writes New York Times op-ed. Russian President Vladimir Putin wrote an op-ed published online In the New York Times last night, entitled "A Plea for Caution from Russia," in the piece, Putin warns that a military strike by the United States on Syria could destabilize the region and increase terrorism. He said America should abide by the UN Security Council and not a dangerous sense of exceptionalism. Citing Afghanistan, Iraq, and Libya, he said force has proven ineffective and pointless. Boston Airport apologizes for emergency drill on 9/11. Officials from Boston's Logan International Airport apologized for scheduling a fire training drill yesterday on the 12th anniversary of the largest terrorist attack ever on American soil. The drill caused outrage on social media after fire and black smoke were seen plummeting from the runway. And pro-gun control Democrats ousted in Colorado. In a recall election, Colorado voted out two Democratic state lawmakers on Tuesday. The laws took effect in July and limit ammunition magazines to 15 rounds and require universal background checks on all firearm sales. State Senate President John Morse will be replaced with Republican Bernie Herpin. State Senator Angela Guerin of Pueblo will be replaced by Republican George Rivera. And that, my friends, is a brief look at news headlines on this Thursday. Now, how about that nationwide weather forecast? And as soon as I find the weather intro cart, we will go with it. And I think I forgot to load it. So bear with me for just a few seconds as I stall for time and try to find it. And this is really embarrassing. Wish there was a better way. I had a better checklist. Guess I could just write down all these carts and then make sure I got them on the next show. But this is way more entertaining and a lot more fun. So we'll put this over here, and away we go.
Winter weather warning right now. Here's a live look at the Fox 6 snow stick. This is out on the weather dick.
And the weather forecast is brought to us by the good folks at the Weather Channel and weather.com. Taking a look at the weather picture across the country, a cold front will bring some severe weather to portions of the country today. Starting in the northeast, a cold front marches through the region, producing numerous showers and thunderstorms. Severe thunderstorms capable of producing damaging wind gusts and hail are possible from Maine to West Virginia and Virginia this afternoon and evening. Strong thunderstorms could make for a slow afternoon commute from New England to West Virginia and eastern West Virginia. It will be warm and humid ahead of the cold front with highs in the 80s to mid-90s from Maine to East Maine to Virginia. Slightly cooler but still humid with highs in the 70s and 80s from West Virginia to northern New England. Much cooler temperatures follow the front to the region for tomorrow and the weekend. Highs primarily in the 60s and 70s. Lows in the 30s to lower 50s make it feel like fall this weekend. Here in the Midwest, it will be cooler and drier across much of the region behind a cold front. Scattered thunderstorms are still possible from the Ohio Valley to Kansas along the sinking front. Highs in the 60s and 70s are forecast from the Dakotas to Michigan. Warmer 80s are forecast from Kansas City to the Ohio Valley. A frosty night from northern Minnesota to northern Michigan with temperatures dipping into the 30s tonight. Cool conditions continue into the weekend with highs mainly in the 60s and 70s and lows in the 40s and 50s. Out west, heavy rain and thunderstorms continue in New Mexico, Colorado, southeast Wyoming, extreme southwest Nebraska, and far western Kansas into the weekend. Deep moisture is being drawn northward from the tropics by a slow-moving upper-level low over Nevada and Utah. This pattern continues through the weekend before relaxing next week. Rainfall averages of 1 to 3 inches, with high spots of 3 to 6 inches likely to cause flooding and flash flooding. Scattered heavy showers and thunderstorms occur near the upper low in Nevada, Utah, South Idaho, and West Wyoming into the weekend. Heavy downpours and stronger thunderstorms will be capable of producing flash flooding. It will be cool with clouds and heavy rain across the Intermountain West, with highs in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Sunny and hot conditions remain across the Northwest, with highs mostly in the 80s and 90s through Saturday. Some spotty 100s are possible in central and eastern Washington valleys. And finally in the south, hot and mainly dry for the majority of the region once again. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are likely in central and storms. It also does bring with it some cooler temperatures and lower humidity for the weekend to the southeast. And that, my friends, is a brief look at the nationwide weather forecast, and hope you're staying comfortable where you are today. Remember to get your weather forecast anytime by going to the weather link at tinyurl.com/Gunther's House or Gunther Mobile. Still to come, a little bit later on, we'll have news of the weird. Also have Today in History in just a few seconds, market information, and celebrity birthdays. Coming up, what do you say we do celebrity birthdays right now? So we'll load that one over here, and away we go.
Damn it, Jim, what the hell's the matter with you? Other people have birthdays. Why are we treating yours like a funeral?
Balls, I don't want to be lectured.
And before we get to celebrity birthdays for today, if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday. And you share birthdays with the following people. Includes Joe Pantoliano. I hope I've said that right. I kind of stumbled through it. Remember him from The Sopranos, Risky Business, The Matrix? Well, he is 62 today, however you say his last name. Along with comedian Louis C.K. is 46. Paul Walker from the Fast and the Furious films is 40. And singer and actress Jennifer Hudson is 32. Those are the celebrity birthdays that we have for you today. Right now, though, let's head over to the time machine. I understand that Doc Brown and Mr. Peabody, and I believe even Al Calavici might even be there at the moment. So we'll go back in time in just a few seconds as soon as I find the appropriate cart. And I don't know why this is so hard to find. Some days it pops right up, some days it doesn't. Let's try this. Today in History. Okay, let's try page 2. And maybe I might need to rename it. So I thought I had a foolproof system of pulling it up in an emergency, and for some reason it is not. Oh, there it is. I don't get it. Let me try one more thing here, just so I know tomorrow in case I do this again. Nope, still didn't do it. Okay, I just have to remember to try to load it in advance. Thinking out loud here, I know it makes for bad broadcasting. So let's kill that music. Put this back up to here. And what do you say we go back in time right now? Let's see here. Let's see what this message is first. Okay, network error. Yeah. And it's time for Today in History for September 12th. On this date in 1624. That's right, 1624. I don't believe we've ever gone back this far. The first known submarine designed by See, I'm getting all choked up. The first submarine... Good grief, what's this so hard for me to say? The first submarine designed by Cornelius Drebbel was tested in the River Thames. Submarine testing would not be on my list of desirable occupations along with parachute testing, but it's on this date in 1624. I just wonder how far down it went. Well, I guess it's one of those mysteries in history, as it were. For the rest of Today in History, let's go to the folks at the Associated Press with some overmodulated levels and some education.
September 12th, 2001. It's the day after the terrorist attacks on New York and Washington that killed thousands of Americans. In New York, stunned rescue workers search for bodies in the smoking rubble of the World Trade Center. And in Washington, President George W. Bush condemns the attacks, which also badly damaged the Pentagon, as acts of war.
Our country will, however, not be cowed by terrorists.
1943. During World War II, Nazi German paratroopers rescue Benito Mussolini, Italy's deposed dictator. They free him from a hotel in northern Italy where his own government was holding him prisoner. Mussolini